This is the first example I've done of trying to simplify square roots, and this time we have to simplify the square root of 45. Now remember, simplifying a square root does not mean look it up in your calculator. That's not what we're trying to do here. We're trying to write it with as small a number as possible left under the square root sign. So the way we do this is we write down all the factors of 45. And again, there are different ways to do it. This isn't the only way to do it, but this is the way that I like to do it. So we think of all the factors of 45, and if we start with 1 and work our way up, so that's going to be 1 times 45, 2 doesn't work, 3 goes into 45, 3 goes into 45, 15 times, 4 doesn't work, 5 goes into 45, 9 times, and that's it. Those are the factors of 45. Now, what you have to do then is look to see, is any of these factors a perfect square? Now remember, just in case you've forgotten, the perfect squares are 0, 1, because 1 times 1 is 1, 4, because 2 times 2 is 4, 3 times 3 is 9, 4 times 4 is 16, 5 times 5 is 25, and you should know those up until probably 225, which is 15 squared. We've talked about this before. So the perfect square here, the only perfect square that's here is 9. Okay, so 9 is a perfect square. Okay, 9 is a perfect square. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go back to our question, and we're going to replace the square root of 45 with the square root of 5 times 9, or 9 times 5. It just makes it a little bit neater if you put the perfect square first. So instead of 45, write 45 as 9 times 5. Now we've seen that you can split up a product. Okay, the square root of a product can be split up into two separate square roots. So that's the same as the square root of 9 times the square root of 5. Okay, and we know the square root of 9 is 3. So it's 3 times the square root of 5, which we just write as 3 root 5. So the square root of 45 is 3 root 5. 5 doesn't have any perfect square factors, so therefore we're finished. Okay, we're finished when the number in here under the square root sign no longer has a perfect square factor. Okay, so that's as simple as we can make it. And we didn't use a calculator at all. We don't still have an estimate for the square root, but the number under the square root sign is now much smaller. Okay, that's it. Thank you.